And welcome to our new edition of PA Latinos Juntos, brought to you by and sponsored by the Institute of Leadership, Education, Advancement, and Development, aka Inc., iLead Inc. Today's a very exciting day for me as your host, Angel Figueroa, tu servidor, your brother. We got some very good information, some good insight, and what better way to kick off our inaugural show by bringing on board my good brother, my partner, my mentor, David Castro, who is the CEO and founder of iLead Inc. And we're going to possibly bring you a lot of insight, a lot of information to things that really matter in your life on a daily basis. So in saying that, I would like to bring on David Castro. David, bienvenido. Welcome to the first show of PA Latinos Juntos. How are you, David?
I'm well. Thank you. Estoy bien.
Qué bueno, muy bien.
I'm very glad to be here today.
And for all of you that are out there that are listening, this is going to be a Spanglish show, aka being bilingual. For those of you that have some insight about me, Spanish is not my first language, but I practice it on a daily basis. As well as David, mi hermano has been practicing Spanish as well. So David, congratulations, and this is our first show, and we're going to be talking about many important topics that are very important, not just to you and I, but to the people that are impacted with the work that we have been doing. So, David, so tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, when did you start iLead, and give us the elevator spiel. Tell us about iLead.
Sure. Well, we founded iLead back in 1995, so it's going on many years. Now, almost 25 years, and it's been a labor of love. We have many great accomplishments behind us, and many more in the future. This particular project that we're working on right now is one that you and I have talked about for many years. PA Latinos Juntos, our vision to really try to bring organization and development to more organization and development to the Latino community in what we affectionately know as the 222 corridor. You know, we've been over the years, we've seen so many people try at this, and we've seen organizations come and go. And we want to try again because we know this moment is so critical to our friends.
It really is. It really is.
All of the communities in the corridor.
A very important time to bring a real mobilization entity and a coalition building entity to the table. And as you just acknowledged, in the past, there has been the Pennsylvania statewide Latino coalition, which I served as co-chair for about 3 years. And there was PALO, which was led by Margaret Brewer. I want to acknowledge all those trailblazers who made many attempts in breaking the barriers that exist, in this case in Commonwealth, Pennsylvania. And that's why I'm really excited with the launching of PA Latinos Juntos. And the idea is to bring leaders from across the 222 corridor, which includes Reading, Lancaster, Allentown, Bethlehem, Lebanon, and anything in between that. Because as you and I know, Dave, the 222 corridor has the largest Latino population in the state of Pennsylvania, and the city of Reading has the most.
I want to tell you a fact that I think will blow your mind, because I know, like we've talked about this before, but it shows you how things change over time. So I think when we started this work, there were about 400,000 Latinos in Pennsylvania, and about half of them were in Philadelphia. The reality is today there's over 800,000 Latinos in Pennsylvania, and 2/3 of them are outside of Pennsylvania. Actually, almost 3/4 of them are outside of Philadelphia. So the majority of the Latino community, la mayoría de la gente, is outside of Philadelphia right now. And that shows you that the need to politically organize this community has never been.
And you know what's interesting, Dave, is that when I'm asked, why is it that Latinos, the questions that are often asked is, where are they coming from? And I say they're coming from all over the world. And in the case of Puerto Ricans, after Hurricane Maria, many of them started coming from Puerto Rico direct flight to Philly, and head off of the turnpike into places like Reading, and all they're looking for is the American life, you know, a home with a little bit of backyard, a little bit of front grass. So they're part of the American fabric, and they're just chasing that dream, ese sueño, as we say, ese sueño americano, which consists of all of us. But, you know, to your point, organizing is very critical, and that's why the fact that we're launching PA Latinos Juntos, and for those of you that are listening, and if you'd like to get involved, please go and visit our website at www.i-leadusa.org, and I'm more than sure you'll see it underneath the screen as you're listening to this. But you know, this is the time. This is a critical time in our country to become extremely organized, to build movements of sustainability and change. And what's happening specifically in the Latino community, some just simply don't know how to do this. So Dave, what are some of the things that we have done throughout the years in building awareness, building coalitions to see change occur in our communities?
So we're going to be coming back here, hopefully at least on a bi-weekly basis, to tell you about all the programs that we're going to bring to the Latino community that we have been and that we will been. But one we want to talk about today, because it's so important, it's coming like a freight train right at us right now, is the census. We have a program, Cuenta Conmigo, count on me. It is now. The time is now. We have to get everybody registered for the census before the end of September. If we are not counted, it will have terrible effects on our community, and we can go through some of them. But I want to give out a really important piece of information right now, which is that if your family has not registered for the census, please go today to my2020census.gov. Go right to that website. You can go on your phone, you can go on a computer, and you can register right now for the census if you haven't. Also, if you're looking, I'm going to give you two phone numbers, okay? 844-468-2020. We'll put that up. You'll see that at the bottom of our screen. 844-468-2020. That's in Spanish. You can register for the census over the telephone. And if you speak English, go to 844-330-2020. Those numbers, you can talk to somebody, you can do it over the phone, you can do it over the web. Do it today. It couldn't be more important.
Now, Dave, just a few questions for our listeners that I want to bring some facts to. And because there's some myths that are out there, and there's a lot of fear mongering that it's out there. And some of the things that are happening specifically in the Latino community is, you don't want to give out your information to the federal government. And you hit it right on the head that being counted is so important for many, many reasons, and you'll speak to that. But tell us something. If I have a friend of mine that lives in the city of Reading that is not a U.S. citizen, can he also apply for the U.S. Census?
Absolutely. One of the things they will not ask you for is they will not ask you for your social security number. They will not ask you for that. They're trying to figure out who's present. You don't have to be a citizen to be counted. Your immigration status doesn't matter. You can speak safely to the census worker, and you can do it online yourself. So you can choose, the information that you can see the information that they're requesting before you click submit. You'll know exactly what information you're offering. But I will tell you, the census, el censo afecta el dinero para muchas cosas para la comunidad.
So
it's so important. It's so important if we don't do it.
Para entender algo que es muy, muy verdad, es que si tú no eres un ciudadano en los Estados Unidos, tú puedes participar en lo que es los censos. No tienes que tener ningún clase de preocupación, no tienes que tener miedo, no tienes que tener miedo que si la migra te va a venir a tocar la puerta. Eso no va a pasar. Lo que
es muy seguro, muy seguro.
Es muy seguro, y lo que vale es que tú y tu familia sean contados, porque hacer contado, eso va a ser la decisión de cuántos fondos nuestras comunidades van a recibir.
Sí, sí. La atención médica, el